Mythical Hollywood duo Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell had been collectively for almost many years, a unprecedented and surprising feat. With inside the amusement global, even as they percentage a couple of houses throughout the United States, their primary residence is in Los Angeles, wherein they reportedly spend maximum in their time, despite the fact that the genuine vicinity of the assets remains personal glimpses from interviews, and social media have proven off components of their domestic inclusive of an stylish living room, a personal health club nasium, and a lush garden area. It is clean. The couple values each consolation and privateness of their living areas. Over the years, Hahn and Russell have constructed an outstanding actual property portfolio that displays their achievement in the enterprise, except their LA domestic. They have loved time at a long-standing retreat in Colorado, a spacious 3,000 rectangular F-foot penthouse in Manhattan, and even a winery placed north of Santa Barbara. Every of those properties highlights their appreciation for each luxurious and calmness. Something that's grow to be an indicator in their off-screen way of life, as constantly it is crucial to recognize the privateness of celebrities in any video or content material. Discussing those houses' precise addresses are by no means disclosed, and even as a few creators, myself blanketed, have performed residence excursions of our personal locations, it is vital that lovers and visitors by no means try to go to celebrity houses. It is a critical protection difficulty for anyone concerned collectively. Since 1983, Goldie and Kurt have defied the odds of Hollywood relationships without ever tying the knot. Their bond remains robust, in any case, those years showing that a long-lasting dating in showbiz could be very tons viable. Goldie have become a family call with inside the past due 1960s, retaining her reputation as a pinnacle-tier actress for many years, even as Kurt additionally carved out a reputable performing career, performing in iconic movies. For the duration of the years, they have each been a staple with inside the amusement global for generations, with a mixed predicted internet really well worth of around 190 million. The pair has selected to put money into houses that now no longer best healthy their way of life. However, additionally permit them to stay near their youngsters and grandchildren from California to New York. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's actual property. Alternatives replicate the legacy of Hollywood's maximum cherished stars. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's love tale began All of the Manor Returned in 1968 at the set of Disney's live-action musical, the one and only, genuine, authentic family band at the time. They had been simply co-stars. Goldie became 21, Kurt became best 16 and 11. Though she notion he became fascinating, their romance did not blossom till 15 years later. Each actors had made up their minds, now no longer to date all and sundry, else with inside the enterprise. However, as destiny might have it, that plan did not pretty stick, whilst Hahn arrived to read strains with him for swing shift. Russell became admittedly hungover, and nervous, uncertain of what to mention, he blurted out, "Man, you bought a tremendous figure." A line that effortlessly should have flopped, however, to his wonder, Hahn took it nicely, responding with a playful, "Why, thank you." That light-hearted second set the tone for their budding romance. The couple's first respectable date became one for the books. From that wild first date, matters among the best grew more potent after 3 years of courting. Goldie and Kurt welcomed their son, Wyatt Russell, into their blended own circle of relatives. Wyatt joined Gold's youngsters, Kate and Oliver Hudson, from her previous marriage, and Kurt's son, Boston, from his marriage to Caesar Hubley. In spite of by no means marrying, the couple constructed a strong, loving family, one that could eventually make bigger with grandchildren. In a 2003 interview with People, Goldie shared her pleasure approximately turning into a grandmother in the future, saying, "Elle might love to be a grandmother. It might be so tons fun." She did not need to wait lengthy soon after Kate Hudson introduced her being pregnant. On November 19, 2016, Hollywood icon Goldie Hawn marked her 71st birthday in 2017. Genuine star-studded style with a glamorous birthday party at Catch LA, one in all Los Angeles' maximum famous celebrity hotspots, recognized for its lovely art. Indexed it for $7.2 million the year earlier, then the sale become nevertheless a stable return on funding. Thinking about they had bought the assets returned in 2004 for simply under 4.1 million, the house become recognized for its ideal stability of consolation and fashion. a spacious but heat and inviting surroundings that contemplated the couple's precise flavor interior. The interiors featured quirky layout factors that delivered a playful, personalized sense, giving the residents individual this East Coast-inspired house become nestled in the back of tall hedges on almost one half of an acre of land. With inside the different Riviera community, one of the maximum sought spots in Los Angeles, the place is a favorite amongst celebrities for its privateness and scenic splendor, tucked among the Santa Monica Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. The residence itself presented an excellent 6,400 square feet of residing area with 5 bedrooms and 5 toilets. The primary residing room stood out with its wealthy hardwood floors, integrated bookshelves, and a skylight that poured in herbal mild, simply steps away. The fascinating country-style kitchen continued the comfy scents proposing any other skylight, a black and white checkerboard ground, and a whimsically designed breakfast room. French doorways opened from the breakfast corner onto a serene lawn terrace, ideal for morning espresso or pleasing visitors' exterior. This former house become extra than only a domestic. It become an elegant retreat that presented each luxurious and persona, just like the stars who lived in it. One of the standout functions of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's former Pacific Palisades domestic become a completely unique two-stage bedroom positioned on the primary ground. This area covered a staircase main to a comfy loft place above, plus direct get entry to the outdoor ideal for visitors or own circle of relatives contributors seeking out a piece of privateness. However, the actual showstopper with inside the domestic become the costly grasp suite designed with consolation and beauty. In thoughts, it presented a hearth for comfy nights, twin closets for each Goldie and Kurt, and a lavish ensuite toilet. The toilet itself becomes spa-like, with a chandelier putting above a deep lawn bath, a steam bathe for enjoyable after lengthy days, or even a dry sauna, giving the couple a real retreat. Inside their very own domestic upstairs, the house wasn't simply for rest, it became additionally constructed for well-being. One of the visitor bedrooms on the higher ground were transformed right into a personal health club, Nasium and Pilates studio whole with ground-to-ceiling mirrors. Setup speaks to Goldie's well-recognized dedication to fitness and health, a way of life she's proudly maintained for years. Outdoor, the assets presented the identical interest to element and serenity. Goldie has continually had a love for non-violent, fantastically landscaped outdoor areas, and this domestic without a doubt contemplated that the outdoor become quite personal and surrounded through lush greenery with mature timber, supplying coloration over various terraces. There has been a fascinating meditation pavilion tucked away within inside the lawn, ideal for quiet moments and reflection and of direction. No superstar domestic could be whole without a glowing swimming pool, ideal for enjoyable or pleasing with inside the California solar. After promoting this dreamy property, it is believed that Kurt and Goldie moved only a short distance away to any other domestic in Pacific Palisades reviews. Say their contemporary assets is positioned only some blocks from the former one and sits on a bluff supplying extra privateness and scenic perspectives. The lot is stated to be simply over half an acre, ideal for a pair that enjoys quiet residing with a costly contact in a single fascinating domestic excursion video. Goldie Hawn gave enthusiasts a glimpse interior, her heat and inviting residing room, even as sharing her thoughts on some things she clearly believes with inside the recuperation energy of laughter continually one to blend understanding with mild-heartedness. Goldie spoke candidly approximately how laughter advantage each the thoughts and frame, all even as sitting without difficulty in a brilliant yellow armchair that delivered a happy pop of shadation to the gap. The armchair become located proper in the front of a classic hearth. Busy readorning visitors were given a rare glimpse at a number of the lovely functions with inside the domestic she stalks with Kurt Russell. Simply in the back of her, you may see a grand staircase sweeping throughout the heritage, giving the gap a hint of conventional beauty. Putting above changed into a huge chandelier that introduced a glamorous sparkle to the festive scene, best for a Hollywood electricity couple acknowledged for his or her undying fashion. In any other, a part of their domestic, a beautifully designed room, showcased their love for mild, ethereal interiors. The partitions have been coated with white timber panels that gave the gap a clean and relaxed sense, at the same time as massive potted plant life have been located close to the home windows, bringing a piece of nature indoors. The room changed into provided with white wicker chairs and different tender, impartial toned portions that created a relaxing, breezy vibe. Altogether, it is clean that Goldie and Kurt have created a domestic that feels each fashionable and comfortable, a mirrored image of their heat personalities, and laid back. California lifestyle Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's kitchen is the exceptional instance of ways they combo consolation with fashion of their domestic. The Gap has an open plan format, which makes it sense, spacious, and welcoming. Best for a pair that loves spending time collectively, and website hosting own circle of relatives simply off to the facet. There is a relaxed eating corner wherein they could enjoy food in an extra informal, comfortable setting. One of the maximum captivating and unique functions is a massive mattress placed proper in the kitchen location, designed specifically for his or her loved puppies to living room around, at the same time as the couple chefs or chats nearby. It is a candy contact that suggests how much they adore their pets and encompass them in everyday lifestyles. On the primary degree, a hard and fast of doorways opens proper out to the lawn, growing a lovely indoor-outdoor flow. Simply past the one's doorways, there is a lovely alfresco eating location best for enjoying sunny California afternoons, or website hosting a dinner below the stars. The Gap is each useful and complete of persona, reflecting the down-to-earth but elegant lifestyle that Goldie and Kurt are acknowledged for. Goldie Hawn has usually been open approximately her ardor for fitness and well-being, and she's given fans a height within inside the domestic fitness center, wherein she remains in form. The Gap is well prepared and thoughtfully designed, absolutely tailor-made to her non-public fitness routine interior. There is a mini trampoline for fun and occasional effect, aerobic a spin motorcycle for biking classes, and a treadmill for the one's everyday walks or jog. One wall is coated with ground-to-ceiling mirrors and consists of a ballet bar that is best for stretching or dance-inspired workout routines, very just like the setup she had with inside the fitness center at their preceding domestic. It is now no longer simply an area to exercising, however, an area that displays Gold's lifelong dedication to staying lively and focused. In the meantime, the couple's master bedroom keeps that feel of peace and calm. The suite is embellished in a tender cream shadation palette that makes it sense mild and enjoyable, at the same time as a lovely bay window fills the room with heat, herbal mild in the course of the day. Goldie Hawn has lengthy been open approximately her religious practices and her domestic displays. This a part of her lifestyles in a very significant manner. In her lawn, there is a non-violent spot wherein she has located a statue of Buddha, subsequent to the garden. This serene addition appears to be a nod to Lai's devotion to Buddhism, and likely serves as an area for her to meditate or mirror the lawn that is crammed with herbal splendor, gives a relaxed and tranquil surroundings, wherein she can hook up with her religious facet, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday lifestyles. Long Island penthouse Goldie Hawn, and Kurt Russell's New York City condo, which changed into featured in Architectural Digest, returned in 2002 showcases their impeccable flavor and love for spacious, mild, crammed dwelling areas. The couple reportedly sold this impressive high upward thrust penthouse in 1997 for $3.8 million, making it a exceptional funding for the pair placed within inside the coronary heart of Midtown M.